Hello, it's Alex, the Bookubus. Today I have another Old School April related video for you, which is a month-long nostalgia-thon of reading and watching and doing nostalgic things, and I'll leave all of the relevant links and co-hosts below as usual. And in today's video I wanted to give you some horror film recommendations. Watching horror isn't a requirement, you can watch whatever you like, but horror is my genre of choice, so I have some films here that I have seen and enjoyed and would like to recommend to you. Not only that, but I love a double bill, and I particularly love a themed double bill. So this video is 10 themed double bill recommendations for you, and they are all on Tubi, which is free. There are ads, but hey, it's free. They do have a really good horror selection, especially of 80s stuff. And a couple of quick disclaimers before we get any further. One, this isn't sponsored by Tubi. Two, these films are currently on Tubi in the US. I couldn't guarantee that they're available worldwide or that they're going to be available forever. And three, this isn't any kind of definitive list, of course. These are just a handful of recommendations. So going with the nostalgia of Old School April, most of these films are from the 80s and 90s, and there are a few more recent ones, but they are ones that are heavily inspired by the 80s and that era of filmmaking, so they would definitely work too. Okay, we're getting into the films now. So double bill number one is a slasher themed double bill, and specifically summer camp slashers. So we've got The Burning from 1981 and Sleepaway Camp from 1983. These are two pretty iconic slashers. The Burning is about a caretaker at a summer camp who is the victim of a prank gone wrong, and some years later he comes back to the camp for his revenge on the kids that are there. So yeah, lots of great kills and summer camp vibes. It's a really good one. And Sleepaway Camp is about a shy girl called Angela who is at summer camp, and yeah, while she's there are a bunch of killings that happen. So yeah, what could be going on there? If you haven't seen this one, then do not look up any spoilers, but just watch it because, yeah, it's pretty spectacular. Next up is a gym-themed double bill. We've got Killer Workout from 1987 and Death Spa from 1989. So Killer Workout is set at a gym and there are a bunch of killings that happen. So yeah, this is a gym-based slasher. It's very low budget, but very entertaining. And Death Spa is more your high-tech gym gone wrong and all of the equipment is killing people type of situation. So again, lots of good fun to be had there. Next up is a vampire-themed double bill. We've got Vamp from 1986 and Death by Temptation from 1990. So Vamp is about a couple of fraternity guys who go to a specific bar slash strip club to carry out some fraternity pledge thing, and what they don't know is that this place is full of vampires, and one of them is Grace Jones, who is incredible. And Death by Temptation is about a vampire slash succubus who is using her wiles to claim some victims in New York City. And we're following two friends who, become caught up in this. And this one is such a gem, and the director, James Bond III, I believe he was only 21 when he wrote, directed and acted in this film, which I know sounds like a bit of a recipe for disaster, but it's so good, and I'm genuinely really sad that he didn't make any more films. Next up is a gory, gooey, goopy double bill of Street Trash from 1987 and The Stuff from 1985. Street Trash is about this Viper drink that is being sold, and a lot of the homeless people in this particular area are drinking it, and some rather crazy and technicolor demises ensue. And The Stuff is about this new dessert ice cream thing that is being marketed and sold, and everyone wants it, but of course people that eat it have horrible things happen to them. So yeah, these are two, yeah, very like gooey, goopy type of gore, and they're both a lot of fun. Next, we have a music themed double bill, and coincidentally both of these are Italian. So we've got Stage Fright from 1987 and The Paganini Horror from 1988. Stage Fright is about a group of actors who are trying to rehearse for their upcoming production, and the director decides to lock them all in the building until they get things ready to go. But unbeknownst to them, they lock a killer into the building as well, and people start getting picked off one by one. This one has such great style and atmosphere and great kills as well. Can't recommend it highly enough. And Paganini Horror is about a female rock band who go to this mansion in order to record a song, but this particular song opens up the gates of hell and craziness ensues. So here we have some more of that wonderful Italian style, and again, yeah, great kills and craziness. Next up is people in a house and things happen. I guess that's kind of vague, but whatever, let's go with it. So we have House on Haunted Hill from 1999 and Kolobos also from 1999. So House on Haunted Hill is probably the most famous one in this list and is a remake of the Vincent Price classic, where we have a group of people who are tasked with spending the night in this building, and yeah, whoever makes it through the night will get a lot of money. And while I'm not usually a big fan of remakes, this one is just a ton of fun. And also normally I'm not a big fan of that late 90s style, but here I think it totally works and I just have a really good time whenever I watch this one. It has a really good cast, including Jeffrey Rush, who does wonderful Vincent Price. And Kolobos is about a group of people who agree to stay in this particular house and be filmed as part of a reality TV show. But yeah, of course, things start to go horribly wrong and they start getting picked off. And this one is low budget, but it is well worth checking out. Next up is a double bill featuring, you know, little creepy gremlin, ghouly critter type dudes. And we've got The Pit from 1981 and Ghoulies 2 from 1987. So The Pit is about this creepy boy who finds these weird little dudes in a pit. They're called trogs, and he decides to use them in order to get his revenge on some bullies. But yeah, this one is kind of unhinged and just very weird. And Ghoulies 2 is following the Ghoulies as they hitch a ride with a carnival and basically just end up living in one of the amusements as people come and go, and so they kill them, etc. This one, yeah, it's just a ton of fun, and honestly, I prefer this one to the first Ghoulies. Next up, we have a couple more slashers, but specifically school themed. So we've got Graduation Day from 1981 and Slaughter High from 1986. This one starts off with a track star dying during a race, and what follows is someone taking revenge for her death and, yeah, killing all of her friends and teachers. So what is not to love about that? And Slaughter High is about a group of friends who meet up for a high school reunion, but what they don't know is that the victim of a prank gone wrong is also in attendance, and he is out for revenge. Of course, lots of great kills, and we've also got, yeah, a jester costume, so amazing. Okay, and the last two double bills are more recent films, but ones that, yeah, definitely harken back to the horror and exploitation films of the 80s. First up is a post-apocalyptic themed double bill with Hobo with a Shotgun from 2011 and Turbo Kid from 2015. This stars Rutger Hauer as the titular hobo who is, yeah, just trying to figure out the craziness of this post-apocalyptic world and the people that are kind of like running the city. Plenty of craziness and fun to be had here. And Turbo Kid, again, we've got this post-apocalyptic world and we're following a kid who is trying to save the girl of his dreams. We've got Michael Ironside as the baddie, and yeah, this one maybe has a bit more whimsy to it than Hobo with a Shotgun, but I think these would pair pretty well for a pretty fun evening. And last up is a bit more of a low budget and wild, I guess, double bill of, yeah, horror / exploitation. And these two films are actually directed by the same group of people, Astron 6. We have Father's Day from 2011 and The Editor from 2014. Father's Day is about a character whose father had some horrible things done to him and then also killed by the Father's Day killer. So our main character is now out for revenge. This one is definitely not going to be for everyone. It is a bit mental and out there. And The Editor is a pastiche / homage to the giallo genre, and we're following a character who is being framed for some murders. And yeah, if you like giallo films, then you will love all of the references in this one. It's a ton of fun. And yeah, I will say both of these films aren't going to be for everyone. They are a bit wild and crazy. If you like trauma films and yeah, just low budget craziness, then I think you'll have a good time with these. There's also a lot of nudity in them, so you know, that may or may not be your thing. So there you have it. Those are my 10 themed double bill recommendations that are currently streaming on Tubi. These are all ones that I have enjoyed, so I really do hope that you enjoy them too if you give them a try. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!